Welcome back to Wide Open. I'm your host, Ashlyn Harris, and today's guest is someone who has made a career out of telling the truth before we're ready to hear it, and somehow making us laugh while she does it so beautifully. Chelsea Handler is a comedian, writer, activist, and one of the sharpest cultural voices we have today. She's fearless, she's smart, she's never been interested in playing small or making herself more comfortable or digestible for other people. But what I really, really appreciate about Chelsea is how much she's evolved out loud. She's hilarious, she's unapologetic, but there's also a depth and an honesty and a real self-awareness that feels especially powerful in this moment. Today, we're talking about what's new, what's coming, what she cares about now, and how humor, freedom, and growth all coexist when you stop pretending you have it all figured out. So let's get into it. This is Chelsea Handler on Wide Open with Ashlyn Harris. All right, welcome back to Wide Open with Ashlyn Harris. We are joined today by the queen of blunt honesty, comedian, author, entrepreneur, and adventurer of Antarctica. I mean, I don't know what's going on there, but we're going to dive in. Welcome to the show, Chelsea Handler. We're so happy you joined us.
Thank you. Hi, Ashlyn. I love that intro. I love having Antarctica. By the way, I learned in Antarctica that the correct pronunciation is Antarctica. And I'm like, that's too many C's.
We're not doing that.
That's exactly what I said. I go, I can't really, but once I know that I'm mispronouncing something or missaying something, then I really have to fix it. So now I just keep saying Antarctica as many times a day as I can for it to become mellifluous, but it's not working.
You know what? It's very American of me to just, I'm going to say Antarctica. Here we are.
Yeah, I know. And people say anyways all day long. Anyways.
Tomato.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know Jersey language. You probably do more than I'm just a resident. So here we are.
Right. Well, way to try to separate yourself from the state, Ashlyn. You're choosing to live in New Jersey, which is a lot different than what happened to me.
Okay, well, let me be clear. She's raising two beautiful babies, and the cost of New York City is outrageous. So I'm just like, it's principle for me. I'm like, I'm not paying those prices. We would live in a shoebox, and my partner, she needs 17 closets, and we're not going to New York City to get bedrooms for the kids and bedrooms as her wardrobe. It's not going to happen. So
I understand, Ashlyn.
We're in Jersey. So okay. Here's to hoping for winning the lottery.
Good for you guys. Yep. And I mean, I'm glad that you're being responsible, pragmatic, economical, all the things. I support that.
We've laughed about this. If you see me doing some ridiculous ad or commercial or something that makes no sense, just know where it's going.
Oh, please listen. I have been building a house for 4 years. So if you see me doing some ads that you don't make a lot of sense to you, you know where that's going.
Oh, what did you say at dinner? You said, if I'm on a hot air balloon selling Velveeta cheese, don't fucking ask questions. Just know it's going towards the house.
It's going towards my house in LA that I still have not lived in. But yes.
Oh my God, it kills me. So where are you? You're in Whistler today? What's going on?
I come to Whistler. I came to Whistler December 1st. So I'm here until I come back January 1st. I'm hosting the Critics' Choice Awards, which is on January 4th. So I'm here for about a month. I'm halfway through my month alone, which has been, my niece shows up, I think tomorrow or the next day with her boyfriend. And then I've had a little visitors, but local visitors, nothing crazy.
I love this.
I like to be alone. I've decided from moving on with my life, no more family Christmases. I don't like that. I don't want to deal with all my brothers and sisters' wives and spouses. I didn't marry these people. I am I'm a grown-ass woman. And I decide what I fucking want to do for Christmas, which is be alone with my dog and ski.
We have to talk about this because it's so good. You just hit a massive milestone. You just turned 50. By the way, bitch, you're aging backwards. So
Tell me about it.
You look incredible.
Thank you.
But I do feel, besides your tour throughout I mean, all over North America for your
Well, I'm
birthday.
starting a new tour. So my new tour starts in February this of 2026. So I just announced it. Tickets are now on sale. I am coming to a city near you. It is called the
Yeah, you
High
are.
and Mighty Tour. High and mighty because I will be very high and most of us will be mighty. And together we're going to be higher and mightier. I'm going to regale all of my audience with all of my travel stories this year. It has been ridiculous. The amount I've been to like 47 countries this year. I've done drugs I've done drugs now on every continent. I've also vomited on every continent, and now I've had sex on every continent.
I
So like
love
I
this
am
for you.
crushing traveling. I love it.
I went to your 50th birthday in LA and I was a little fearful, I'm going to say. I was
Why?
like, well, I heard about your birthday party in Whistler and I was like, I
Oh,
don't think I'm going to be able to hang like this. Like I've been so good to my body as an athlete all these years. And then hearing the stories, I was like, this could be the end of me. I don't,
yeah.
but I survived it.
It was tame. My LA birthday party this year was tame. It was tame because I had a party in Whistler, I had one in New York, and I had one in LA. So it was like, like groups of 50 people or whatever. And that was perfect. That was really nice, actually, way to spend my birthday. I should do
And
that again this
you
year.
really should. And I don't know if this is a rumor. I love us. We just totally go off script often. Did I hear that you were taking parenting classes? The fuck is wrong with you? What's going
I
on?
have taken parenting classes. I don't take them currently, but
Okay.
yes, I took some parenting classes because I had some poopsie whoopsies, I'll call them, in my life. If you read my last book, then you know what I'm talking about. But for anyone who's listening that doesn't know my stuff, I have like three girls in my life that are like my teenage children, or they're all 18 now. One's 34, but they're like my little babies and I have to take care of them. So they call me father and they're my daughters.
Well, what did you learn that you want to tell me as a new parent? Like, give me some wisdom.
That when children are angry, they are scared. So like you never meet anger with anger. That was important. Never meet
Okay.
anger with anger. So if you're frustrated and you lose the plot, then you lose the plot. But you are the adult. So if a kid is scared and they come running to you, even if they're acting out, you meet them with love.
Got it. Do you do that in your relationships?
Yeah.
Your romantic relationships.
Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't follow any rule book for that. I have to go by instinct, and they're not children, luckily, so
Yeah.
I don't have to do that. But just to make sure, my goal in my relationship with these girls in my life is that they know that somebody has their back, that somebody will show up and reliable, on time. I represent that part of their life that they probably need more of, just real, and also like guidance. Like you're important, you're gonna be something, you have to get the hell out of high school to understand
It's a lot of
what I mean
pressure.
by that.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of pressure, which
It's a lot of pressure to be in high school.
it's a lot of pressure to do anything these days with social media. So here we are. Good luck to all of us. My poor
Yes.
children. I'm like, the things I did as a kid, figuring out my sexuality, dancing on bars, being in college. Thank God I didn't have a camera in my face.
Oh God. I mean, I'd be dead. I would be in jail. Whatever things I did were not legal. So
No.
yeah, I mean, please.
No.
I still can't believe I'm out free right now while there's social media. And while I talk about how much I love to microdose mushrooms and LSD and MDMA I can't believe it that I'm still free. So that's why I'm going to stay in Canada for as long as possible.
You really should. It feels
Ride
like
this one out.
you actually touched on your book, and if those of people who are listening and tuning in, if you haven't read it, go do yourself a favor. What I do love about you, Chelsea, is you're insanely smart. You're not just funny. It's not a gimmick. There's so much truth to your you're actually like super, super intelligent. And I don't know if I can say that for every comedian.
Well, thank you. I think a lot of, I think I appreciate that. I mean, I don't think I'm super, super smart, but I do think I'm smart. I do think that comedians in general are very bright because you really have to kind of, you're twisting language and you're making people see things from a different perspective. You have to entertain so many people that you have to have something going on. And
Is
that
that
usually,
LSD or is that
no, I mean, that's for me. That's a way for me to tolerate others
Yeah, fair.
is LSD. So not necessarily on stage, but definitely in Antarctica for sure.
Oh
That was a
my God.
psychedelic conference that I went to in Antarctica, by the way. I'm not joking. It was a psychedelic conference. So half of the boat was researching psychedelics and the other half was using psychedelics.
This I like I need to land the plane about the book and then we have to get into this because it all
Sorry, I'm all over
ties
the
in
shop.
beautifully. No, because what I love, you write about this and you talk about the word free. And almost like it's like a mantra. You're free to live, free to let go, free to redefine yourself, relationships, choose your own happiness. But like the freedom in which you live, like for someone like me who's so structured, who is such an athlete through and through, like everything has meaning, everything is a plan, everything is like
Right.
wake up, do this, do that. And I'm curious now as you've turned 50 and you're going all, you just like live life so full. You do whatever the fuck you want. You bring all these people with you. It's so sacred in your bubble. Like, has that sense of freedom really hit now in your 50s? Or has this been just a way of life you've always kind of cut through the noise?
I mean, it's basically like if when I was in my 20s and 30s, I dreamt of like this, being this free,
Mm.
being not tethered to a person, being able to have like lovers, men in my life. I am straight, so I like men, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
And then I like, I really do. Uh, think every day like wow you fucking did it like you
Mm.
get to do whatever you want. Nobody tells me what to do. I get to come here for the winter time, and even though there's not snow right now, like there's snow on the mountain, but it's like you kind of I have a ski in ski out place that's like a little ski chalet in Canada, and like the whole point is to ski in ski out, not go down to the fucking gondola and ride up, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the snow to fill in, but even being here is freedom. I'm like, God, I go,
Mm.
maybe I should go find some snow and go somewhere else and ski. And then I was like, no, I'm in my little cozy cabin. I've got my dog. I've got people coming. I've got my group of friends here. I'm like, this is happiness to me. Like
Mm.
chilling out, watching all these movies that I have to watch for, the Critics' Choice Awards I'm hosting. I have to watch all these movies. So what could be more magnificent is like waking up, watching movies. I work out all day long at my little house. I take my dog for dog runs and I ski a little bit. I'm waiting for the real snow to come. And I just think like, yes, there is a sense of freedom that I have in my life that I wish every person,
Mm.
especially every woman, could feel.
I mean, that's you live it and you bring us all on this journey with you. And I love living through your social media because it gives everyone a little bit more permission just to be a little more spontaneous and free. And it doesn't have to come with age. I think that's the biggest misconception. I think we wait too long. Like I hear so often in Hollywood of women who are walking the red carpet and they're asked questions. And it's like, oh, with age, you just learn to like not give a fuck anymore. But like, how is it a matter of having to live so much life to get there, or can we
Yeah.
get there earlier?
I mean,
earlier?
that's what I want. I want people to get there earlier and
Yeah.
just kind of, and I think I see some people who are like living like that, people who don't really give a shit and they just kind of do their own thing. Like, and I find that inspiring too. You're right. It shouldn't take you aging to figure out that you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to please people. But I've really never been a people pleaser in that sense. Were times in my life where I cared a lot about what people thought, even more so than what I thought about myself. But I just think that it is so important to actually be who you are
Mm.
and not try to impress people with who you are, or just to really truly be yourself is a gift. And so many of us are just kind of trying to be somebody else.
Oh,
And it's like you're the ticket. So like, it doesn't matter how much you think of yourself. I promise you, being authentically who you are is always the right answer.
Exactly. It's also because we live in this comparison culture these days from social media. Everyone wants to fucking look like the Kardashians or do this or have this facelift. And I was just like, we all fucking are starting to look the same.
Everyone is starting. I mean, I've seen some pictures recently and I'm like, this is getting ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Everyone is starting to look the same with the lips and the fucking, everyone is emaciated. Yeah. Everyone is emaciated and everyone has these banana boats on their faces for lips.
Or their ass. I mean, sometimes I'm like,
oh yeah, the ass too. But the asses, I think, are going out of
style.
They're
shrinking.
Now.
Yeah.
I know.
Boobs and ass are now. So yeah, you're right. We are very nipped and tucked. So I heard 5 more dates, Vegas residency.
Vegas residency, 5 more dates left of that in 2026. January 31st, I think, is my next date. And then my High and Mighty tour is going to take me on the road. So no more Vegas after that.
Tell me about Vegas, though. Are you surviving Vegas or is
Vegas
surviving you?
Oh, you know what happened in Vegas? That's a good story. I was gambling. My friends, I always give my friends money to gamble because people don't know how to gamble and they're not going to spend their own money. So I always give my friends money. We always gamble after my show. Vegas has been a total treat, to answer your question, because each date I do, I just have random friends coming from different countries, sometimes from all across our country. And, so we went to go see Alanis Morissette the night after. We all gambled. My friends lose my money, like $3,000. We go to see Alanis Morissette the next night. She's fucking incredible, as always. We leave there. I'm like, I'm going back to the casino. I got to win that $3,000 back. And my girlfriends were like, okay, we'll come with you. I'm like, no, you guys do your thing. You guys are bad luck. And you don't know how to gamble. So I took my friend Terrence. I was like, let's go gamble. We end up gambling with these guys, right? This guy's got like, he's standing next to me and he's got a big cowboy hat on. And I'm just like I'm pretty tipsy at this point of the night. I'm stoned, I'm drunk, and I'm gambling. And I'm like, hey, I need to borrow $1,000. And the guy's like, all right, he gives me some chips. I win. I'm like, I'm going to start winning right away. I start winning right away. I pay him back his money with interest, actually. I gave him $2,000 back. Then I started getting my money back. But then we were just getting crazy. Like the table was fucking lit. Like everyone was coming over. Everyone was done. We were splitting twos against like face cards. We were acting crazy, but we were winning. We just kept winning and winning. And it was so fun. And then I was like, okay, it's time to wrap it up. I won my money back. Like I'm very sensible. I'm like, it's time to go. So I leave. And then the next day I'm getting texts from this guy. I don't really remember who. And I said to my friend Terrence, I go, who are these texts from? And he's like, that's the guy you were sitting next to at the blackjack table all night. I'm like, the fucking Republican from Texas? And he's like, he's not a Republican and he's not from Texas. He must have told you that 10 times. He's just wearing a cowboy hat. That's it, Chelsea. Like he was actually really cute and you guys had really cute chemistry, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, well, whatever. So the guy's texting me, blah, blah. He ends up, we're talking about adventure. He said something like, you seem adventurous. And I was like, oh, well, this is my next adventure. So I sent him a link to the cruise, to the trip to Antarctica. And he writes back, I'll see you in Antarctica. Little did he know it's pronounced Antarctica.
Antarctica. Sure. So I saw him in every fucking picture. So you better keep telling me more. I need more from this source.
Well, there's not much to tell. I mean, it's just a cute little, dalliance, romance. I mean, it's just super fun. Came to Antarctica. I was like, I was going with my friends. So I'm like, listen, whatever, he
just came alone. He was like, sure, I'm just going to do this.
Yeah. And then that move alone, I was like, that's hot. I'm attracted to him now. If I wasn't before, or if I didn't know, yes. I am now. And that's a hot move. I like big moves and I like follow through. So that was sexy. This. And then he came to Antarctica. He was a total home run. Everyone loved him. We loved him. And we hung out with him a lot, but also he wasn't in my space. Like I need space. Yeah. Everyone knows. You don't even have to meet me to know that I need space. There's a look in my eye that is like, give me a minute. Yeah. Okay. So I like my alone time a lot, but he was great. We had a great, I was like, and by the way, we had so much fun gambling that I'm like, it doesn't matter if it's romantic or not. We're going to have a good time anyway. And there's plenty of people on this boat if we need to look elsewhere.
I love this.
Yeah. So that was a
get the
great
fuck
adventure.
off.
And then I was like, well, wait, now we have to definitely date because this story just started with a bang. And I like the moves, So yeah, so that was a funny Antarctica addendum.
So here we are. But the real question is, have you seen him without the cowboy hat? Because I think it's like the beard, It's like you got to really see a man fully because the cowboy hat even fucks me up. And
I understand what you're saying.
I'm very gay.
Yeah. I know how gay you are, Ashlyn, and anyone listening also is aware. Great question. I didn't like the cowboy hat, so that's not even.
Okay.
I like him, but so he can wear a cowboy hat. I'm over that part of it, like being, but I'm not. That's not like a turn on to me at all. As a cowboy hat, then not that you were intimating that. But to me, that just means Republican. You know what I mean? Like I immediately am like, ew. So it was good to know that, that's not the case. Or I don't know, actually, maybe it is the case. But we have,
we have him now. Now I need to meet him.
Yeah,
I need to know all of the deets.
But that's his name now, Cowboy.
Oh, so we don't even have a name. We just call him Cowboy.
He's got a name, but Cowboy's his name.
Cowboy's his name. So tell me about the High and Mighty tour. What's going on? Why the name? I know you're the High and Mighty, but what are we gonna get out of this tour? What's new? What's the new juice?
All the travel situations. I've had a lot of ridiculously happen in the last year. A lot of fun dalliances, romances, countries I've never been to, continents I've never been to. So I'm going to really bring everyone through my life and just kind of share all of the places, the craziest places I've been to, the craziest places I've brought LSD to, the craziest people I've given LSD to, and the ways in which I've been able to bop around the world and just kind of share my medicine with people who I think need it. I just want everyone to have a little bit of what I'm having. You know what I mean?
Well, that's probably why, you named your book. It's like, you know what? I really want to have what you're having most days.
I want what I'm having. I want
what
I'm having so badly that I want it for everyone else.
What would you say, like, because I do think a lot of people are now coming around to like microdosing. Because there's so much trauma and there's so much grief and there's so much shit as humans. Like it's hard to unpack. And you do talk about therapy and you're very open about it and you're an incredible activist. But what do you think people are really missing? Because it is funny when you talk about microdosing because you are fucking funny and you can use it as in many different forms and ways. But for someone who's like such a little straight needle, what would you tell to people that is really misunderstood about what type of breakthroughs it actually can give you?
Well, it's very therapeutic. So like there's all the science. And in seriousness, this boat did talk a lot about the research that different psychedelics, Paul Stamets, who's a lead researcher with psilocybin, and then Rick Doblin, Doblin. His name is Doblin, not Goblin. He's with MDMA. He does a lot of research. And it's just, there's a healing component to it. And first of all, if you're doing a sit, like a real sit with a therapist, I have friends up here who are real therapists who do that work. They'll do like a 4-gram mushroom sit or a mushroom or MDMA or ketamine or whatever your drug of choice is. Those are very, very therapeutic for people who have suffered from PTSD, whether you're a veteran or whether you were severely traumatized. Like that helps. It helps with death. It helps when finding you have a terminal diagnosis of some sort of, disease. Like it helps you confront death. It helps you accept death. So there's all these benefits to it. But on a microdose level, I would just say it makes the world a brighter place. You can't be on antidepressants. It's the same receptor. So like if you're on antidepressants, microdosing probably isn't going to be the thing for you. But and obviously some people don't like drugs. I love drugs. Drugs and I have a very, very open dialogue and understanding. So when I talk about like microdosing LSD, it's like an eighth of what I would take if I were macrodosing. Do you know what I mean? Like you're taking an eighth. So you have the ability to charge up and like, oh, okay, in 2 hours I take another one. And if I'm having, but it's all about being outside and nature. Like MDMA is a huge heart opener. If you could microdose MDMA, or you could go to like couples counseling with MDMA, you will probably have a very happy ending to your marriage or continue your marriage. Like it just takes the ego out of everything and you are filled with love. Every time I do MDMA, I'm like, why are we not all on MDMA? It's so much fun. And like, you don't have to do it to the degree where it is depleting your serotonin. That's not even an issue. Like, I don't do it like that. I just like, I'll go skiing and take a little LSD, or I'll go out with my friends to a club in New York and take a little MDMA. I'm not out of my mind. I'm just vibing. And like, it makes me see the nature in things that I normally wouldn't see. Whatever you're cut off to, it opens. Like I don't appreciate nature the way that I do now because of drugs. I don't appreciate the trees or the sky or the stars or going outside and looking at the moon. I'm like, why are we outside? We can see the moon from inside. You know, like those kinds of things, it really opened me up to where I can slow down and actually take in a vista, or I go on a hike and I stop and I look and I'm not just there to exercise. So it's kind of whatever you're deficient in, it will fill up the hole. Yeah. And also it just makes you so much softer with people. Like, you know, now when I understand people who are not smart much better than I did before.
That's a breakthrough.
I used to have no patience for people who were stupid or did stupid things. I'd be like, that's just too dumb. Not that I don't do stupid things, but I just had no patience for others. And now I do. I understand now that everyone is dealing with something, and there's a reason why some people are acting more stupid than others.
Yeah,
like, and to be compassionate about it instead of judgmental, you know? So that's something I'm always working on my judgment, because I'm a harsh critic. And of myself and of others. So I really like to just drop the judgment. Yeah. So I'm always looking for whatever drug helps me do that.
Okay, well, that's great. What would you say is the most overrated adult achievement we're all pretending is amazing? Like, for example, Trump just got a participation award from FIFA. That's like this peace prize, some bullshit. And everyone's thinking he did it was definitely...
What, for shitting his pants? What did he get an award for?
No one fucking knows. Way to go,
shits
FIFA.
His pants. We know that he shits his... First of all, FIFA is like one of the most corrupt organizations of all time, isn't it?
Please. Yes.
Yeah, so, well, there you go.
What would you say is the most overrated achievement as an adult that we all keep pretending is amazing?
Well, getting married. It's like, you know, that's not...
I learned that the hard way.
Congratulations, you know, and it's just all so gross. I love like when people want to be together and celebrate and they want to get married. That's fine. It's what comes with a wedding. The idea that you have to put on this that party. You're registering for gifts and that this and all these, it's a total capitalistic shit show. And they've like they make so much, we're just giving away. Like if you want to be married to someone, go get married and in the woods and just the two of you know. Like, isn't that sexier than a fucking renting out a VFW and like dancing in a white dress? It just is so silly to me. It feels very antiquated, like the whole idea of it. Like I can't watch. I'll end up getting married next year. But you know, like who knows? Every time I say something's gross, I end up doing it. I'm like, ugh.
It's so true. And trust me, nowadays people keep receipts. It's like, God forbid if anyone's willing to fucking change their mind, they'll hold you to it to your grave. So you know, now it's coming for you. Now, Chelsea,
and also it's
marriage
like it's
is
just
coming.
too difficult. No, oh God. Can you imagine after all of this, I get married and then I have a baby? Chelsea Handler delivers twins. Chelsea Handler delivers twins at age 51. I'm going to be 51 in February. Hopefully I can squeeze them in this year.
We've really seen it all. But what I do love most and admire most about you is your ability to speak up with things that matter. I love your activism. Like, I think...
Oh, thank you.
I do, because I do think it's important. I think people who have a lot to lose, which I would consider you as, like, someone who's built this beautiful life and, like, you have a lot to lose and you don't fucking care. And you're very clear about things that matter to you, whether it's politics, women's rights, my queer community. Like, you really don't hide from it. And you really stand up for the things you believe in. And like, what makes you feel that this is so important to speak about these things, especially in the chaos and the political climate that's going on, versus just like, fucking kicking rocks and doing your own shit and not worrying about it. Like, it takes a lot of vulnerability and bravery to choose that. And not every person in Hollywood does.
No, and thank you. I just, I do what I can't, what I have to do, what I think I have to do. I don't do a lot of overthinking about. I think about elegant, not elegant ways. Discerning. I'm very discerning, more discerning about when to say something and how to say it instead of screaming and yelling and crying isn't the way to get a message across. It's being calm and happy and joyful. Like, that's the best way to get a message across, is actually not being threatening to another person. So that took me a few years, because I used to just like go off on things all the time without really having any circumspect about it. Or being circumspect about it. And so I think I've learned over the years that it's like important when you do weigh in what you're saying and how you're saying it. So I take that into consideration, but I'm never going to be a person that doesn't stand up for.
Yeah.
I was like that in third grade when a girl had to like eat by herself in a corner. I remember her name. I was like, there's no way we're allowing that to happen. Like, we're not going to leave some girl alone in a corner. Like, I've always been like that. I just don't want that. It's the most natural human instinct is like, would I like that? No.
Yeah.
So this person probably doesn't like being targeted and discriminated against because they've chosen to be public about feeling like a human being, what it takes. So I think being supportive of others is really just like the main ingredient in any person I would ever have in my life. Like, I couldn't be friends with people who don't know what's going on or don't care.
Well, not these days. Like, it just has gotten to be so hateful and so unhinged, and people, like, there is no in between. How do you protect your joy and boundaries in this because of work? Because your work does overlap with culture and politics and
totally.
women,
But
like,
I'm pretty, like, I'm in Canada now. I come for a month. I'm not on social media. I'm not reading the news every day. I read the news once a week because I don't need to be fired up every single day and have it steal my joy. I already did that for one
yeah,
term. And I'm not doing it this time, but I definitely am, clued in to in the healthiest way that I can be.
yeah.
Instead of like, scrolling all day long on my phone. I
Oh,
don't
it's
do that
fucking
anymore.
crazy.
I
Yeah,
don't read the news all day long. I don't look for updates. It's easier being in Canada. That's why I removed myself. It's one of the greatest things about being up here. Nobody's talking. People are talking about it, but they're not talking about it to the extent that I'm living in it. So I find that that's a healthy balance for me. I did the same thing this year in Spain. I went to Spain for 3 weeks. I didn't look at the news. I listened to a bunch of political podcasts, but I did not read the
yeah,
news
yeah.
for about a week and a half at one point. And I just think those breaks make it easier to understand and be calm. Like, I really feel like the most important disposition is to maintain a state of like equanimity, to know like, okay, I'm safe. Everyone that I love is safe. This is a terrible situation. This man is crazy. The system is about to collapse, is how I feel.
Yes.
Our governmental political situation is going to collapse. And this is the break that we need to rebuild. And unfortunate as it is, and how many people are suffering through this, makes me sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
So we have to rebuild and figure out what our plan is going to be when this MAGA shit is over, because it's going to be.
Yeah, it is. I agree with you. I do think it's collapsing, and you're seeing this in the way people are voting right now, and all the shit that's actually just unfolding. And
also, I'm sure there's a ton of women listening to this podcast. So like, I just, this is, to me, is just all just a referendum on women's power and women's empowerment, and men being fucking scared of what women are going to do, because because we're not going anywhere. Like, you guys have been trying to erase our history,
Yeah.
from centuries and millions of years ago. We are still not giving credit, like, why is every famous artist a man? It's such bullshit. It's like, that's not true.
No.
There are millions of books about it, art history books about, all the women that contributed to the Renaissance, all the women that have contributed to, writing that don't get credit, for all these men that gets credit, all these world leaders that get credit when they're women or their wives, even like Clementine, Churchill's wife, everything she did behind the scenes. She was his advisor. Like, just like, men now are at a place where they're like, fuck.
Yep.
Women are now talking about not having children. They're talking about not getting married. And if they want a baby, they don't even need us.
No.
So, of course, this is like the death cough of white supremacy and male patriarchy. Of course, that's what's happening. But I don't know if this is just the next 20 years or the next 200 years. Like, in the whole long lens of history, we just might be in the middle of it. I don't know. We're at the end of it.
So what you're saying is you protect your peace by going to Whistler to ski. And all the fucking chaos the system and politics in the US are creating for us. Like, I couldn't agree more. Is that a big reason when you go there and shut off? Like, is skiing your therapy and your way to just fucking cut the noise of all the bullshit going on right now? Or has this always been skiing? Because you're very athletic. Like, you're a sporty.
From a professional athlete, I really appreciate
You're a sporty
that.
spice. I see you at all the. You are a sporty spice.
You should have seen me yesterday. My friend Christine, okay, she's the one who came with me to Antarctica. My friend Christine takes me on a hike. We go for a dog walk in the afternoon, right? We go in the woods in the back of her house. And there's all these trees and it's been raining nonstop here. So there's these huge puddles and our dogs are like in the puddles. And she's like, I don't even think we can cross through that puddle. And I'm like, no. And she goes, let's just climb up this way. And it was like a moss wall, like a 90-degree vertical angle. And I'm like, I have fucking rain boots on. And so we start climbing and I'm like basically holding on to trees as I'm climbing. And I'm like, Christine, are you being serious right now? Is this the hike? And I mean, like, we were going for a walk and she's like, well, you're in Canada now. You can handle it. I get to the top. And by the way, like, this was not like a beginner. Like, you needed fucking hiking boots and crampons probably. Anyway, I get to the top. She goes, it's so windy up here. And we're like, ooh. And I got up and it was like, they said, don't go on the mountain yesterday because it was 180 kilometer winds. You can translate that to America, which is probably like 90 miles an hour or something.
Jesus.
Yeah. Fucking crazy. So I'm like, more than that. So we get up to the top of this like wooded area and it was so windy and then we start descending and we just kind of sat and looked at the wind because it was so beautiful, and we started descending and she goes, Chelsea, there's a tree, and a tree behind me snaps, falls over in the forest. And then I look and I see another one snap, fall over, and then we both look to our right and we see one snap. So 3 trees fell in the woods, like were whipped by the wind, that they broke them. They fell in the forest. And I looked at Christine, I go, what do we do now? I'm like, where do we hide? She's like, we have to get to lower ground. I'm like, no, we can't. The trees are like, I thought for that moment, the trees were just coming like a horror movie and we were going to get eaten by trees.
It feels very Final Destination for me right now.
Yeah, it was very scary. And Christine is calm. And then as soon as we got to safety, we got down and we were just like sliding down the moss. And my dog is sliding down with me, I'm like, stay with me.
Doug?
Doug, of course. And then we got down and I was like, it was 2:30 in the afternoon. I was like, we're going to need a stiff cocktail. And that's what we did. We went back to her house and had a gin and soda.
I feel like you've been preparing for this with Ben for quite some time. And for those of you who don't know who Ben is, Chelsea, please give us a short little snip of your trainer, Ben. You guys have been together for like 10 years, right?
It's the longest relationship I've ever had is with my trainer. I'm not joking. It's ridiculous. We've been together for I don't know how many years. It's been a long time.
That is a comedy show in itself. You
Is
two
it
together,
though?
it is hilarious. It really is. Come on, be honest. You're
like
dynamic.
He's like dealing with an 8-year-old boy, like a bruh. Like he's like a bruh. He's not even a bro, he's a bruh. He's just so dense and he has like no nuance. It's just like it's like being in New Jersey at a gym with a trainer from New Jersey. That's what Ben and I are like.
Do you feel that his job is training you, or is Ben being your like emotional handler?
No, Ben doesn't have emotions. He is not. He's definitely dealt with my emotions at certain points throughout our relationship because obviously after 12 years or however long you said it was, which is probably true, we've been through a lot together. Marriages, babies, dogs, death, blah, blah, blah. You know, friendship ending stuff with our friends. But so yes, I have leaned on him before, but that's only because like I had an outburst or was overcome with emotion. I had no one else, you know, he was just there. I would never seek him out for emotional support. He's just not the guy.
Well, that body is really snatched.
My body is because of Ben Bruno. And I'm pretty. My masseuse last night, she took a pic. She goes, "Oh my God, you have to see your back." And I was like, "Why?" And she goes, "It's so muscular." So she took a picture of my back and sent it to me. And I just looked at it. I'm like, I wish there was someone I could send this to.
Well, hello, all your Sporty Spice girls. We need to have our own chat.
Oh, yeah. I should get on a lesbo chat. That's what I need.
Get in the lesbo chat. I mean, I don't know what is wrong with you that you're not in a big old
add
gay
me to that,
chat.
please.
Okay, I will. So just to tie this up in a bow, I'm going to do some rapid fire questions for you, which I'm sure you're going to have no problem with. What's something you're obsessed with right now?
My dog. I'm just into his mane. He has this lion's mane around him.
Gorge.
And he comes in from the rain. Like he has this dog walker, takes him on these big hikes. And then he comes home and he's fucking soaking wet. He looks like 30 pounds lighter. And then somehow in the morning, his lion's mane has just sprung right back up.
I love this.
He looks like and in the morning he comes in and he comes to my bed and he's like, "Come on, let's do a little cuddle." He's just so good looking.
It's guapo. His tongue for me too. The tongue is yummy. It's like black spots or something.
Yeah, it's purple.
Purple.
Tongue.
Oh, there it is.
So cute. He's such a lover.
That was a very gay thing I said and you didn't even catch it. I'm actually...
Oh, sorry. Oh, that means I'm gay, probably.
One thing you'll never apologize for.
Just being myself.
Yeah. That's fair. I like that. What's a habit you're trying but failing to quit?
Trying to quit. I'm trying to form a habit. I'm trying to form a couple habits that I'm not really being successful at. But what habit am I trying to quit? I mean, I prefer not to smoke cigarettes. Every once in a while I have a cigarette. And I don't want to be somebody who smokes cigarettes, but sometimes I do. I don't know. So I'm not happy about it.
That's okay. We all have our thing. But what is
that would be something I would like to not do.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Especially let's keep you healthy and around forever. I like that. What's something because you are so open, what's something that people get totally wrong about you?
I don't know. I don't know what people think about me. I stopped thinking about that a long time ago. So I don't know what they get wrong about me. I mean, it's pretty much out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you're surprisingly way warmer than you make yourself out to be.
Well, then that's probably it. They probably think I'm a bitch, you know.
And you're very gracious. Like you were just saying, you bring like all of your people with you. I mean, there was like a whole posse of people on this Antarctica trip. So I do think that that's a special quality.
Yeah. Thank you. I like to have a good time with my friends.
I'd like to know how to make that list next time. That's what I want to know. What's the criteria to be on the travel list?
This is what I'm going to do this year. I'm going to put together an actual list of all the people in my life that I haven't been on vacation with so we can make that happen in the coming year. That's what I'm going to do.
Done. Well, count me in. You
I
don't
love
have to
it.
twist my arm. I will hold
believe
down.
it.
I will check the queer box for you of the group. So you have plenty of gay friends. That really means nothing. But what's your most
Right.
high and mighty moment of this year? For a woman who lives a full fucking life, you tell me.
I guess cruising into Antarctica, like you see this massive iceberg that is like a scene out of Titanic, and they tell you when you can see it and you've crossed 60 degrees latitude. And we were outside on the boat in a snowstorm on MDMA. And that moment of seeing that iceberg, which was like a day away, but and it was light the entire time, it never got dark because we were in the Southern Hemisphere, it's their summer. So it just got a little bit like, a little darker out, but not dark. It was just like, kind of mid-afternoon sun. But seeing that image and being high and being with all these people, it was like a magical
Oh.
moment where you believe in God. You're like, something's happening.
Oh, now I get it. Yes, that
Yeah.
moment. Okay,
Yes.
I can fuck with this. Well, Chelsea, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you so much, and the way you show up, the way you use your voice, and your comedy actually fucking kills me most days. So I appreciate you coming on Wide Open. All of you listening and watching, make sure you check out. Chelsea has 5 more dates in Vegas 2026 and the High and Mighty tour. You don't want to miss it. So,
Yes,
Chelsea,
come and see me. Go to chelseahandler.com for your tickets. I'm coming to a city near you. My tour starts in February.
great.
Thank you, Ashlyn. I love you.
I love you,
I
babe.
can't wait to see you soon.
Well, you are, because I'm be knocking on that fucking Whistler door. Chelsea, thank you for being here. Thank you for the laughter, the honesty, and for reminding us that growth doesn't mean losing your edge. There's something really powerful about watching someone continue to evolve without apologizing for who they've been or who they're becoming. You've built a life where humor and truth can sit side by side. And I think a lot of people feel seen because of that. To everyone listening, thank you for spending this time with us. If this conversation made you laugh, think, or feel a little less alone, make sure you subscribe, leave a review, a comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. This is Wide Open with Ashlyn Harris, and we'll see you next time.